Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I am here with the Fleeting Hand Infernity guide for Duel Links. Of course, launchers back at 2 in Duel Links, which is insane. So in this guide I will be showcasing ratios, deck lists and all kind of combos for the Fleeting Hand variants in Duel Links, like I did at Shell of a Ghost. If you want to see the Shell of a Ghost video, check out my latest vid, so the other video. Yeah, and there you can learn Shell of a Ghost Infernity, of course, for Duel Links. But in this guide, I'll be showcasing the Fleeting Hand variant for Duel Links. First, shoutouts to M. Bacon. Sub on him on YouTube too. He also cooked a lot with the Fleeting Hand variants. We mostly cooked together on many variants. So shoutouts to him. Support him too, of course. And yeah, then for the video we will first go to the ratios of all Infernity names, and then get into the staples of the deck, then get into all kinds of lists and all kind of test hands. And if you want to watch that for the Shell of a Ghost video, yeah, check out the Shell of a Ghost video. So yeah, let's just get into the ratios of the variant. First, our GOAT, of course, Infernity Archfiend. His ratio in Fleeting Hand would be 1 to 2 copies. The only real variant for Fleeting Hand that will play 3 copies is the Predaplant Infernity variant that you play with Fleeting Hand. But for other variants for Fleeting Hand, play 1 to 2 copies for consistency reasons. You access them really easily. Your main card, of course, being Sage, and with Sengen plays and Downbeat. So you can access them easily, and yeah, just for consistency, you should play 1 to 2 copies. Yeah, 1 is basically enough. I personally would like to play 2 myself, because if your other Archfiend gets removed from play, for example, then you can't really combo anymore. But yeah, 1 is enough, but 2 is also really fine. 3 is just too much. You really don't need 3 copies. Then up next is Archfiend's partner in crime, Infernity Necromancer, of course. His ratio for Fleeting Hand is actually 0, because you make him from thin air with your Fleeting Hand skill, of course. So you really don't need a second. The actual only variant for Fleeting Hand that would actually play Necromancer in the deck at 1 copy is if you also play Transmodify, that I have a list for, and I will also showcase in this video, of course. But yeah, you really don't need to play any Necromancer, because you only need 1, and you make that with your skill, of course. Then up next is Infernity Mirage, our little dude. You actually do play him in Fleeting Hand, because you are playing either Ancient Fairy Dragon or Proxy F and Starving Venom in this variant always. So you play 1 Mirage, because it's basically an extra launcher, which Fleeting Hand actually really loves to use. So yeah, play Mirage, play it at 1, not more needed, because you will brick. You only really need 1. Also, you play Downbeat, of course, in this variant. So Sage downbeating into Mirage is, of course, also full combo. In Shell of a Ghost it isn't needed, but in Fleeting Hand you really need your Mirage. Next up is Infernity Sage. This is your one of your main cards, because Garbage Lord plus Infernity Sage is full combo, of course. And also Downbeat plus Sage is full combo. You really want to see Sage, you can play it at 2 copies or at 3. I recommend to play 3, because in most variants you do play Trish, so opening Sage is one of your best opening cards. Recommend to play at 3. You can play 2 even, but like just play 3, because it's one of the most important cards you want to see. Yeah, crazy card for sure. The only fleeting variant that isn't using Sage is the Predaplant Infernity. It's kind of like Fiendling Infernity in TCG, because it's a way different variant of the other variants. But I will showcase that, of course, in the video. But yeah, Sage, I recommend to play at 3, but it's fine to play at 2. 3 is just better, in my opinion. Next up is Infernity Wildcat. Since Fleeting Hand mainly uses Downbeat, there isn't really much use for Wildcat. So recommend to not play Wildcat, but if you want, you can play it at 1 for sure. Yeah, however, it's way better if you also run Transmodify with it. But yeah, you really don't need to play cat in Fleeting because it isn't needed at all. Yeah, the only variant that needs it is the double hand loop variant, and if you also play Transmodify, or how I would like to call it, up and down Infernity, because you play Transmodify and downbeat. But yeah, Wildcat you really don't need at all for Fleeting Hand. So yeah, don't play cat. Mostly just don't play cat, except if you play one of those variants I just said. And if you are on some kind of crazy 30 card build, then play Wildcat at 3, because you're mostly also running Transmodify then. But yeah, don't run 30 cards, guys. Only for meme. Next up is Infernity Conjurer. You shouldn't really run it at all, to be fair. Like the best variant you can run Conjurer in is Shelve a Ghost, but still then it's mid. However, you can play one, you can get away with one for sure, but like it isn't really needed at all. Conjurer like comes up in one of the 20 games, and then it's against some random A deck. But yeah, Conjurer isn't really needed at all. However, if you are on the Transmodify variant of Fleeting Hand, which isn't the best, of course, but still fun, you can get away with one Conjurer, but it isn't really needed at all. Next up is the launcher, of course. Well, it's now back at 2 finally, but of course play as many launcher as you can. If they randomly bring it to 5, what will never happen. But yeah, launcher, of course, one of the best cards, and it's always good to see in your opening hand. And you can always shuffle it back with the skill, of course. But we have 2 launcher now, play 2 launcher, and if we get 3 launcher, play 3 launcher. Yeah, launcher is just broken. Please, Konami TCG, bring it back to at least 2 or 3 in TCG, please. So for traps, we have first off, of course, Infernity Barrier. We will never probably get more barriers in the game. Yeah, play it at 1. It's one of the best counter traps ever made, and it's perfectly searchable. We will probably never get a second or third one, because yeah, I mean, multiple Omni counter traps in Duel Links would be way too broken, of course. So the card will get limited in an instant. But yeah, yeah, play your barrier, of course. I mean, it's super broken, and it's perfectly searchable, of course. Next up, you have Infernity Break, of course. Run this card at 1 or 2. You can get away with running 2 traps, but in Fleeting Hand you can end easily on 3. Like the only builds that aren't using 3 traps is either the... yeah, it's actually only the double hand loop list, because you don't need triple traps in hand loop. And you of course can shuffle away your traps with your skill, which is really nice. But yeah, you play 1 or 2, and I would suggest 2, because you can end easily on 3 traps, which is crazy, of course. Also insane synergy with A-Bomb. Also some lists will, some people will use 3 break instead of double break 1 barrier, because they don't end on any Infernity names. Now with 2 launcher you can end on easily on multiple Infernity names on your end board. So run the barrier 2, of course, so then it will be 1 barrier, 1 break. That was it for all the ratios of the cards. If any other cards didn't get mentioned, don't play them. Honorable mention to Infernity Suppression and Infernity Patriarch. I see they have potential, but Suppression, really when you get the card you have already been hand trapped, so it isn't really useful. Break is just better. Patriarch can shine once we get good rank 4s, for example like Dugares, but for now don't play Suppression and don't play Patriarch, and the rest is just bad. Don't play it. Don't even consider playing it. Now we will get into the lists and of course the multiple combo test hand videos, and that will be it for the guide. I hope you have been enjoying so far. Let me know in the comments if you all would like, if you like these, and of course what you all would like to see next on the channel. I will get to Duel Links real replays once the Banlist is truly effective, so May 7th. But yeah, a lot of TCG videos are also coming, of course, because like Alliance Insight came out, so a lot of lists to update, of course. But yeah, let's get into the combos and of course the lists. Enjoy. Forgot to say, but first we will get, of course, into the staples of Fleeting Hand Infernity. Let's start with main deck staples. Of course, triple Garbage Lord. You should run same with triple Sengen and triple Downbeat. These are just the cards that make Fleeting Hand Infernity, except for Predaplant, Fleeting Hand Infernity. They aren't really needed at all. You shouldn't play them even in the variant, but like for every other Fleeting Hand list, play these cards. These cards, the Garbage Lord, of course, triggers the skill, and Sengen helps getting into Sage together with Downbeat. It's an insane combo. So play them for sure, all on 3, because they are just truly crazy. You want to see them. Then for other staples, we have the Tour Guide package. It can summon out Sengen and Downbeat, and then you have the extra body of Tour Guide on the board. I myself, yeah, you don't really need more Sengen than 3, because like you have Downbeat, you want to see Downbeat and Sengen, and not just, yeah, sure, you can link it off with Tour Guide and Sengen for a link monster, and then it get Garbage Lord. But to be fair, you rather just see Sengen Downbeat, so I myself am not the biggest fan of playing Tour Guide. Rhino Warrior can also be played with Tour Guide to access Archfiend even, but you really don't need it. Then for Transmodify, you also really don't need it, except if you are on the Downbeat Transmodify bigger list, of course. Then you can play Transmodify, but Downbeat is just way better in this variant because you play Garbage Lord. And then Into the Void if you want the extra consistency, what isn't needed in most of the times, but it's fine. You can run it, but you really don't need to. Then for extra deck staples and limited 1 staples, for your limited 1 staples, these are the cards in the side deck. So look at the cards in the side deck. We have the Wind Stellar Wolf that you really only play in the Stellar Wolf variant that me and Bacon cooked up, which is really nice if you want to run it. But that's basically the only variant where you will be ever running it. The best level 9, of course, is Trishula. Then we have Void Ogre Dragon, still a nice card to run. However, you rather play any other level or any other limited 1 card. Same with Herald, you really don't need it in Fleeting Hand. Play it in Shelf a Ghost. But Ancient Fairy Dragon, however, you can play. A Garbage Lord plus Sage is of course Ancient Fairy Dragon, and it can summon out Infernity Mirage, for example, what you do with it mostly. It can replace Proxy F Magician and Starving Venom then, because it does the same thing, only in 1 card. But like you need to open Garbage Lord and Sage. So most variants would still like to play Starving Venom and Proxy F, but Ancient Fairy Dragon is also really nice, of course, if you play a tighter extra deck. Then we have Monster Reborn, 1-for-1 Allure, all great limited 1 cards. 1-for-1 can summon Mirage, for example, directly from the deck. And Monster Reborn is just an extra mini launcher. An Allure of Darkness is just for extra consistency if you really feel that you need it. But to be fair, it's the worst limit 1 you could run out of the 3 spell cards I'm showing you right now. Then for the extra deck, like said, Starving Venom Proxy F is a really nice package to have. It will summon out Mirage from your hand that I will showcase in the video. Trishula, of course, our beloved boy. Yeah, it's a crazy card for sure, and most variants will run it. The only real variants that aren't running are the Predaplant variant and the Wind Stellar Wolf variant. Then we have A-Bomb, Firewall. You can easily end on both in Fleeting Hand, which is really insane. Yeah, play them both in most variants, and otherwise play one of them. You don't, yeah, you can play one of them if you play a tighter extra deck and then want to end on different things. We have Nightmare Unicorn, of course, always a great link tree. And now that I see it, I also forgot Decode Talker. Also play Decode Talker if you can. Great card. Sorry for me forgetting about Decode Talker. But yeah, it's also an insane card. Nightmare Griffin. Griffin shouldn't come in Duel Links. But Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Cerberus, always play them great going second cards. And of course, in your end board are also really good. Security Dragon is also honorable mention to play because it's great going second. For other cards, you can play the level 11 Trish for going second. But it's fine, you already have a bit of a tight extra deck, so you don't really need it. 100 Ice Dragon Levier combos for your double hand loop variant, but for the rest, you really don't need it. Puzzlemo is always a nice to have, but not really needed in Fleeting Hand. IP and Underworld Goddess, you can end on IP and make Underworld Goddess, but to be fair, you are putting too much resource into it. I rather play Underworld Goddess without IP personally. And then we have Shooting Riser Dragon. If you want to play it for extra synchro plays, the real only variant that plays it is the Wolf variant. But to be fair, yeah, you can you can run it, but to be fair, you don't really need it at all. The first couple cards that I said are the best cards to run. and these are just okay cards to consider and test out yourself. And now we will get into the lists and test hands, so combos. Yeah, I hope I explained these all well, and if you want extra information about them, let me know in the comments and I will explain as good as I can, of course. But yeah, let's get into some sample lists and some combos, of course. So yeah, enjoy. All right, for the first list, we have here a sample deck list. So basic deck list with everything minimal needed. So only 1 Archfiend, 3 Sage, 1 Mirage, 3 Garbage Lord, 3 Sengen, 3 Downbeat, double launcher, 1 Monster Reborn, and 3 traps. Because you can end easily on traps, of course. Garbage Lord, Sengen, Sage, and Downbeat you want to see in your hand. And Monster Reborn is a nice one-off staple, of course. Then the extra deck is pretty basic too, of course. With everything optimal you need, you'll see in the combos. What I want to do for the combos today, though, I got a better mic now. I hope you all agree, depending on how you hear my voice, of course. But I want to try talking over the combos and explaining why and such. So hopefully that will help you all make and learn better while testing it out yourself, of course. So yeah, enjoy the combo. Right, let's start a combo. First, of course, putting a card back. Go for special Garbage Lord. Summon Sage, special Necro with skill. Sage effect to dump Archfiend, of course, because who else? Then Necromancer, target the Archfiend, summon Archfiend. Archfiend effect to search, make Mirage. Because you have Proxy F, use its effect to make Starving Venom. Use Proxy F's second effect to summon Mirage from hand, of course. Use Mirage effect, special Archfiend Necromancer. Archfiend effect to search your first launcher. Then you make here Nightmare Cerberus, summon Sage back with Necromancer because you want to make Trish. Then you want to make it for Link 3 because otherwise you would end on 1 less trap because now you summon Archfiend Necromancer, search Launcher. Then activate Launcher, of course, make your Abomination, use Necromancer's effect, summon Archfiend. Archfiend effect, search to first trap. I like to search break for first because if you get interrupted you still have combo, you still have Launcher in the end. Make another Link 2. Use Archfiend's effect to search again. Search for barrier this time because you already have a break. Then you make another Link 3. And then use Necromancer's effect. Summon Archfiend. Archfiend effect to search again for another break. Set the third break. And then you make Firewall Dragon, of course. And then you end on 3 traps. Firewall Dragon and Abomination, of course. I hope that was explained very well and you all would get that. Now for the upcoming list, I have UA Infernity. So what the UA Infernity is, it's a variant with basically an extra Garbage Lord in the form of your UA signing deals. UA signing deal summons out an UA monster from deck. So you have summon the level 7 UA out of your deck, then you lose 2100 life points. To trigger your skill, summon Necromancer, of course. We're playing also optimal ratios in this variant, and you can end easily on this on 3 traps. I actually made 3 replays for this because I have because there are a lot of combos to go over with the UA cards. It's really nice, and I will showcase why. 1 Archfiend, 3 Sage, 3 Garbage Lord, 3 Sengen, of course, being optimal, and then triple Downbeat, triple UA signing deals, because you want to see those cards in your hand, of course. Yeah, then, of course, you have 1 Mirage and your 3 traps. Those are the bricks, of course. But if you see them, you can always put them back with your skill to summon out Necromancer, or even Launcher, a third Launcher, but you would always go for the Necromancer, except if you have too many cards on hand for some reason. You will search out only the Launcher with the skill, but you'll mostly go for Necromancer because you don't play another Necromancer, and you shouldn't, because that will brick. The extra deck too is pretty basic, just like the last one. It will do some basic combos, so you can basically also do these combos with a regular list. The UA cards are really cool, and yeah, it really depends on yourself how you like them. I myself really enjoy the UA cards because it's an extra Garbage Lord, which is really nice to see. If we, for example, get ever a Garbage Ogre, which they'll probably forget, but we can do then play Garbage Ogre too, because that's basically an extra search for Garbage Lord. But for now, we will see what the UA can do, and I'll of course cover it again with my voice. So yeah, enjoy. Here the basic combo with the UA cards, because otherwise you will be watching literally the same video again. So what you do here first, you use Signing Deal, summon out your UA, you lose life points, so now your skill is life. Summon Sage, use skill, summon Necromancer. You link to Proxy F, of course, make Sage effect live to dump Archfiend, Necromancer, summon out Archfiend, Archfiend search Mirage here because you have Proxy F now. Use the effect of Proxy F to fusion to Starving Venom, then use Proxy's other effect to summon Mirage out of hand, of course. Mirage for Archfiend Necromancer, Archfiend for search first launcher. Activate the first launcher, link now to Abomination, use Necromancer's other effect, summon out Archfiend, Archfiend for your first trap here, set your first trap, of course, make link to here, activate launcher, summon Archfiend, Archfiend for trap, set the trap, then you link to another link tree, of course, then you make Archfiend again, Archfiend effect to search your last launcher here. Then we will go here into Firewall Dragon, use the effect of launcher, summon out Archfiend, Archfiend effect to search break, and then you end on Firewall, A-bomb, and 3 traps, which is really insane. Now for this variant, it should be one of the funniest variants you can run ever. And it's still really viable to do so, like literally one of the most viable Fleeting Hand variants you can run in Duel Links now post Banlist, and it's double hand loop with Trishula. So I'll explain during the combo, of course, how it really works, but like that's mostly you make Nightmare Unicorn, use the Unicorn's effect, bounce your Trish on field back, and eventually you'll make another Nightmare Unicorn. Of course, you need more extension for this, so we are playing 100 Ice Lines and Levier, and I'll showcase why. In order to make the second hand loop work. If we have 3 launchers, however, this will be really consistent and you will have more extra deck space, which is really nice because you then don't play 100 Ice. Maybe 100 Ice, but not a Levier, for example, anymore, which is really nice. So that would be even more consistent, sir. And it's already really consistent. You play Sage, Garbage Lord, Sangan, and Downbeat, of course, at 3. You only need 2 traps, of course, in this variant because you're already hand looping your opponent for 2. Sure, you can end on the 3rd trap for sure. If you want to go ultimate destruction max, you know. You never know, but you can if you want to, but it's not really needed because you're already hand looping for 2. And then you also end on Unchained Abomination, of course, so you already have a lot of interruption against your opponent. But yeah, you also run Wildcat, I'll showcase why, but it's the discard and you make it together with Necromancer, you make it into a Levier. But yeah, extra deck for the rest is pretty basic. You do use Puzzlemo in this variant because it's really nice to run so. Because with Puzzlemo you can make Wildcat also level modifying if you really need to. In the combo I'm of course not showcasing that, but if it happens you have Puzzlemo for that. Also you have of course Wildcat's its own effect, of course, but with Puzzlemo you can do it more consistenter. So yeah, we are also running Ancient Fairy Dragon as your limit 1. Instead of Proxy F Starving Venom because the extra deck is really tight and you really need a lot. So Proxy F and Starving Venom aren't in here too badly, but yeah, Ancient Fairy Dragon is in here, which basically does the same thing. The only thing I don't like about it is that you really need to see Sage or Wildcat. Now with this, of course, so it's more consistent. Also, we're playing double Archfiend in this, because actually seeing Archfiend in this, you play Wildcat, so it's more adjustable to play 2. But yeah, enough of my yapping. Let's go into the combo video and I'll explain everything from the way down there. Alright, let's start. I do want to start this with the best way possible, so Garbage Lord plus Sage. Also, the other hand was combo, but wouldn't end on double hand loop. I'll showcase why. Garbage Lord effect, summon of course. Summon Sage, now your skill is live for Necromancer. Link to, synchro to Ancient Fairy Dragon, use Sage, dump Archfiend, Archfiend effect to search. You will be searching Mirage here, of course, because you're summoning it with Ancient Fairy. Now you make Puzzlemo here because it's a link too. You use summon Mirage, Mirage effect, summon Archfiend, Necromancer, Archfiend to search, and then Puzzlemo effect to make Archfiend level 3, because then I'll showcase why, because then you summon Sage actually, and then you make 100 Ice Dragon. So you make 100 Ice Dragon life, 100 Ice Dragon effect, summon a copy Mirage, use Mirage effect, summon back Archfiend Necromancer, set your first trap. Then we'll go for synchro summoning into, of course, Trishula, Trishula effect, hand loop for 1, use launcher for Archfiend Necromancer, Archfiend effect to search out your Wildcat here, because now you will make Nightmare Unicorn. Then you use Nightmare Unicorn's effect to dump out Wildcat, bounce back Trish. Then you use Necromancer, summon Wildcat Levier to summon back Mirage. Then you go for a Link 4, make A-Bomb here. Then use Mirage for Archfiend Necromancer, Archfiend effect to search for Launcher. Activate Launcher, use Necromancer effect, summon Sage. Make your second Trishula here, and then you hand loop for 2. Trishula effect, summon then Launcher for Archfiend Necromancer, Archfiend for your second trap. Then you link into Link 2 here, which will be either Cerberus or Phoenix. Use Necromancer effect, summon Archfiend, and as you could see, you could actually end on a third trap. So you end here on double trap, double hand loop, and of course Unchained Abomination, which is insane. And even if you would, you can end on actually a third trap, which is clearly insane. Next up is the Wolf variant. So what this variant does, it makes an early on Wolf Riot. And Wolf Riot has the effect to shuffle all the opponent's monsters back into the deck once it has 4000 attack. That you can easily do because you have to activate 5 monster effects. And that's really easy with Infernity, of course, and I'll showcase why. In order to make that early on, you're playing Shooting Rising Dragon in the extra deck because you then dump another Garbage Lord to make it level 2. Then you can tune with Archfiend, Necromancer, and of course Shooting Rising Dragon into into Wolf Riot and Wolf Riot. So you have an early on Wolf Riot, and then you can of course go combo from there because then you already have Search your Launcher, and I'll showcase in the combo video. Of course, it's really consistent to do so because you are playing your starters at max 3, of course. We are playing Archfiend at 2 in this variant because I myself would rather run double Archfiend now than one Archfiend and another going second staple, because I rather than see Archfiend in my opening hand. We do play 3 traps. This variant, if you have more gas, you can end on 3 traps, but you will end on 2 traps, which is still really nice. So you can cut another trap if you want to, but it's really nice in the upcoming turns and into the late game, of course. In the grind game, it's really important to have the third trap. But yeah, for the rest, it's a basic extra deck. Trishula is not included, of course, because you make Wolf Riot. It's also a level 9, by the way. But yeah, enjoy the combos. Big shoutouts to M Bacon because he mostly cooked this one, and it's really funny. It's more one of the meme builds, but it's still really, really strong. So yeah, enjoy. We cooked this one together. Yeah, enjoy and learn, of course, with my voice acting under the combo. Alright, let's get into the combo. First, of course, with Garbage Lord, our good boy. Make your skill life, summon Sage. Synchro summon now to Shooting Rising Dragon because you want to make the early on Wolf. You dump another Garbage Lord, making level 2. Sage dump Archfiend, of course. Then you go for Archfiend effect, search for your first Launcher. Activate Launcher here. Then you make Wolf now and its effect will trigger on. Use Launcher, summon Archfiend, Necromancer. Effect Wolf to place to gain attack. Then use Archfiend effect to search out your second Launcher. Link summon to Proxy F, activate your Launcher. Summon out Archfiend Necromancer, Archfiend effect, and then also Wolf gains attack. Use Proxy F to make Starving Venom here. Use effect Proxy F, triggering Wolf again, giving him more materials because he has 2 effects. Activate Mirage, summon Archfiend Necromancer. Wolf now has his fifth time gaining 300, so it's 4,000 right now. Make out your Abomination, then you summon Archfiend, search for a trap here, then set your trap, which is really nice. So you end on A-Bomb, double trap, and a Wolf effect that can out the entire board of the opponent, well, monster-wise, of course, but it's basically really sick. And then you can make it again on your turn again. Next up is a very cool variant. I would like to call Up and Down Infernity. So you play both Downbeat and Transmodify at max. So you do play a Necromancer in the main deck, because then Transmodify Sage is also full combo, of course. But yeah, you can run both Transmodify and Downbeat, and then I would suggest to play something like this. You do play an extra Archfiend because then you can also Transmodify for Sengan Necromancer, even though Sengan must search, so Archfiend won't trigger, but you do have Archfiend at your access then, so what you can do is summon the Search Garbage Lord, link, activate skill, summon Necromancer, then link our Garbage Lord and Archfiend away for example, Puzzle Limo, and then you have Necromancer for Archfiend, of course. We do play the Ancient Fairy Dragon package in this variant because the tuner, the tuner is really important, and you really get into it with both downbeat and transmodify, of course. Also, you can, transmodify is just a great card, of course, together with Sage. You can also run Wildcat if you really want to, but it's not needed at all. But yeah, you can play both downbeat and transmodify in Fleeting Hand Infernity, and then suggest something like this. The extra deck is pretty basics, and the combo are also pretty basic. I myself am more of a 20 guy, so if you want to play more consistent, I would suggest to just play the downbeat version of Fleeting Hand, and if you want to run transmodify, go for Shelf a Ghost. But this is also really fun, and you can definitely give it a swing and see out for yourself. So yeah, let's see what it does, and I'll of course explain all the way through the combo. Enjoy and learn. Alright, the hand here is perfect, of course, put back your Necromancer. We'll go for the downbeat line here because we have Sengen, go for Summon Sage, use Sengen effect search, of course, your Garbage Lord. Then you use Garbage Lord effect, of course, to summon out of your hand. Then you lose your life points, activate your skill for your Necromancer. Synchro Summon here for Ancient Fairy Dragon, use Sage effect, dump Archfiend. Use Necromancer, of course, for Archfiend effect to search your Mirage here. Then you link your 2 away, of course. Now here for Puzzle Nemo. Make Ancient Fairy Life, summon Mirage. Then you make another link 2 here. Use Mirage effect, summon Archfiend Necromancer. Archfiend effect to search for your first launcher. Activate launcher. Use Necromancer effect, of course, because you're going to make your boy Trishula here. Trishula effect to hand loop for 1. Make your Decode Talker. Activate launcher, summon Archfiend Necromancer. Archfiend effect to search out your first trap. Then we'll link Archfiend and Decode Talker into a bomb. Use Necromancer effect, summon Archfiend. Archfiend effect to search your second launcher. Activate your launcher, of course. Then you link these 2 away for any link 2, but Nightmare Phoenix best, of course. Use launcher for Archfiend Necromancer. Archfiend effect to search out your second trap. Link Archfiend Phoenix away for another link tree, which would be Nightmare Unicorn in this case. Use Archfiend effect for barrier, set your barrier, and then you make Viral Dragon, ending on 3 traps, Viral Dragon and Aim Bomb, which is really nice. Also hand loop. Then here we have the last variant I'll be showcasing today with Fleeting Hand. Of course, if I cook more, I will of course showcase that on the channel, but this is Predaplant Infernity. What Predaplant Infernity does, it's a whole different way to playing Fleeting Hand. So what it does, you want to open either Lone Fire or Scorpio in your opening hand, together with Archfiend or Rhino Warrior in order to access Archfiend. So this is the variant where you actually really want to see Archfiend in your opening hand, so much that you even play Rhino Warrior. Which is really nice because that's full combo, and I showcase in the video how. But this ends on an Abomination, Viral Dragon for actually 2, 3 traps, and of course Archfiend on board, which is really insane. I would say after all my testing that this, together with standard or double hand looping Fleeting Hand Infernity, will be the best way to run Infernity competitive wise in Duel Links. Of course, all kinds of like standard Shelf a Ghost also is really insane. But those are the most consistent ways to play, and also this is just insane. Of course, you don't play Trishula in this variant because you are not running a tuner. But yeah, this is just so consistent and so insane going off. The really only weakness is effect failure. Because if you get failured on either Lone Fire or Scorpio, you really can't combo anymore, except if you have Launcher Archfiend in hand, which sucks for sure. If the Veiler meta will keep on, we will see. But if you hate Veiler, then I would suggest to run anything else. But yeah, this is also really insane. When it goes off, and then your opponent just cannot stop it anymore. So yeah, we have triple Archfiend here because you want to see it together with Rhino Warrior, and your other Infernity name you are running is Mirage because of proxy F-lines, of course. You summon Necromancer with skill, of course. Triple Lone Fire, triple Scorpio, because you really want to see those in your opening hand. When I will showcase this on YouTube, I will probably play it with 2 Lone Fire Blossom. Why? Because I don't have a third. The card is a fucking ultra rare. This deck is really expensive. Would I suggest to build it? No, it's not. Then I would just suggest to just run a standard Fleeting Hand list. But if you have the gems over or already have Predaplant, you can definitely play this, and this is really nice once it goes off. Then you play double Darlingtonia Cobra, because if you play one and you open it, you can't combo anymore. So that's why we are playing two. Double Launcher, of course, Predaplant, and I'll showcase in the video why. You search it off Ambulo Melee Des. In the end, Ultra Polymerization to trigger your skill, and you search it off Darlingtonia Cobra. And your opponent cannot respond on this card, which a lot of people are forgetting. Also, it summons back to fusion materials, so you summon back Scorpio, Darlingtonia Cobra, and directly make Proxy F there. And of course, triple trap, because like said, you can end insane with triple trap, double firewall, and abomination and archfiend. For the extra deck, you basically use your entire extra deck in the first turn. It's mostly standard. You are playing Ambulo Melee Des, of course, and Starving Venom and Proxy F are pretty basics, but you need them. You are seeing that we aren't running any limit 1 right now. We are still mostly cooking with this variant because there are a lot of possibilities. But I kind of like it like this. Not every everything needs a limit 1, of course. So yeah, this is a really big variant that doesn't need like a second. A limit 1, sorry. You can also play a bigger version of this with, for example, also playing Garbage Lord and Sage and stuff. But this is just more consistent in my opinion. And yeah, your extra deck is, you really need your extra deck. And if you also play that, then you have one unusable extra deck space because that's Ambulo Melee Des. But if you play more 20-ish, you are more consistent and you will see more consistently your Predaplant cards. But yeah, I will showcase in the video how and why. I hope I explained all well already. This will be the last sample deck list / sample combo video I'll showcase in this today's video. I hope you all enjoyed so far, and if I explained well, let me know. Also, a really big one I want to know is if you like it more like the combos with the music, with the best music, of course. The Kiryu teams, always the best ones. You are only a real Infernity player if these are your favorite music. But yeah, or if you like it more with my voice, so me explaining why and how. But yeah, let me know in the comments, and I will gladly see all your nice feedback, of course. So yeah, let's just get into the combo. Alright, let's do this. First, we're starting with your 1-card starter Scorpio, dump Archfiend, summon out Darlingtonia Cobras, use effect to search out Ultra Polymerization, use effects, fuse summon Ambulo Melee Des, making your skill life, search out Predaplant. Then you use Ultra Polymerization for summon out your 2 monsters, link to Proxy F, use your skill, summon Necromancer, set Predaplant, use Necromancer, summon Archfiend, search Mirage because you're gonna fusion here into Starving Venom, use Proxy F's effect, summon out Mirage, make a link tree here which will be Decode Talker, use Mirage, summon Archfiend Necromancer, Archfiend search Launcher, activate Launcher, link to A-Bomb here, use Necromancer, summon Archfiend, search out your your first trap, sorry, make a link 2 here, summon out Necromancer, Archfiend with Launcher, search for break, set your make your link tree here, use your Predaplant for a revive here, making Firewall Dragon, search out your launcher with your Archfiend, then make Phoenix, then summon Archfiend, searching your third trap. So you have 3 traps, Firewall, Dragon for bounce 2, an Abomination for destroy, of course, and Nightmare Phoenix protecting your Firewall with battle. You can also make Cerberus instead, protecting from card effects, and then of course your 3 traps, which is one of the most insanest end board ever, of course. Predaplant, if it goes off, it's really insane. So yeah, really recommend for you all to try it out. But it is really expensive, so if you don't have the gems for it, don't build it and just play a regular variant. Thank you all, and thank you all so much for watching again. Yeah, I really hope you liked the guide, just as the Shell of a Ghost guide. It was a really big video, so thank you all so much for all your support. I really hoped it was learnful, just like this. Of course, let me know if you rather want to, for upcoming guides or also for TCG, if you want to have my voice under the combos or rather want to have hour-based Kiryu music, of course. Whichever, in my opinion, my voice is, of course, more learnful, because then you can hear why. But Duel Links combos are pretty much explaining when you are doing them. So I can also just put the music under it, but let me know what you all would like, because I want my viewers to have the best experience as possible. But yeah, a lot of more of videos are coming. Mostly, of course, TCG videos. I will do Duel Links again once the ban list is finally effective, because I think I've reached everything with the guides. And I hope they were all really learnful. And if I cook up any more new lists together with my boy M Bacon, shoutouts to him, of course, I'll of course showcase them on the channel. But for now, of course, I'm mainly focused on TCG. And ALIN will pretty soon drop so much more post ALIN videos. Because we now have a light code talker at Ignister. So yeah, expect more of them than Duel Links, of course, and Duel Links again post May 7th. Thank you all so much for watching. Much love. Thank you all so much for the support. Infernity Best Deck, Infernity for Life. Also, let me know what you all would like to see next. Thank you all, and thank you all so much for watching. It really means a lot for me. Best community. Haha. Yes. Yeah, have a nice day. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Bye bye. See you in the next one. Probably this week again.